Your music live. Your music, your music, your music live. It's your music live. It's your music live.
Oh, that was really bad. Ding, that's better. Welcome back. We are back, baby, with another Your Music Live here on Studio Live. Today, if it's your first time here, this is our weekly show where we showcase your best independent music, and we can only do it week after week after week thanks to the support of our wonderful sponsors, the one, the only DistroKid. They're so cool, I wear them on my chest. If you're an independent artist looking to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all the places for less than $20 per year, you can use DistroKid and you can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. We got way too much music for me to keep dilly-dallying here today, so let's crack straight in with our first track. This is From the Stars, Lewis Gale, to kick us off here in style. Your Music Live is on the air. If you know anything about my alley, you know that that is right up it because, some grungy guitars, some awesome vocals, and mixed meters out the wazoo. 5/4 time is my personal favourite time signature, and when you mix it with a little bit of 6/8 in there as well, my goodness, or maybe it was 6/4, who knows? I just love it. Just rocking and a bit old school, but with a modern kind of twist on it there as well. Lewis Gale. And by the way, Lewis Gale says, I hope you like the song. I recorded it in Reaper using all free plugins, the MT Drummer, the TSEBOD, Roots Amp, etc. I've released stuff as a guitarist in a few other bands, but this is the first song I've done completely on my own. Man, if that's Lewis's first song, look out. Like that is going to, Lewis is going to take over the world because that's a great tune. And if you want to check out that song and all the other songs that we play here on the show today, all you need to do is jump down into the description and you'll find them all down there. We are going to continue on because, like I said, we've got a heap of really cool tunes to play here today. And if you know anything about my last week, I need to speak as little as possible to get through these 2 hours. So let's jump in and grab our next one. This is from Kaywin, and they say second single from Kaywin, You're My Kind, was written way back in 2008 with heavy influences by early 2000s pop rock punk scene. This track includes a variety of experimental sounds such as hiccup, mic feedback, smacking lips, and laser gun, along with a strong beat pulsating through the song, expressing about a regret of an unexpected mutual liking of two individuals, just one late to the party. Recommended by Manny from the Lily Pillies to submit songs as a fellow Australian. Love to hear it, don't you? What do I say about on this show every week? Caring is sharing, Sharon is Karen, all that jazz. So many folks that have found this show are because they've been recommended it by other folks in the indie music industry. So please sit back and relax and enjoy You're My Kind, Kaywin, first timer here on Your Music Live.
Sometimes our paths just intertwine. Sometimes it's just a state of mind to not see that person by your side. Oh, that night emotions borderline. You came and helped me realign. You listen to all my silly whines. Telling me all your storylines, connecting your scars along with mine. And yet I did not notice why. All this while I know I've been so blind to figure out the signs you left behind. Maybe I'm out of my mind. Tell you lies. I was slow to raise my love inside. I don't wanna lose you. I need to prove. I thought I had ran out of time. I'm so dense that it's such a crime. What to do? Should I even try? Remembering all our storylines, connecting the puzzles in my mind. And you are my missing piece inside. Why? All this while I know I've been so blind to notice all the signs you left behind.
How good is that? Kaywin here on Your Music Live. Man, good recommendation there from Manny of the Lily Pillies, and very glad that that was submitted. What just I love the muted guitars in there. I love the experimental sounds. The vocals were just mixed in perfectly. The production was spot on, and the video just topped it all off with a nice little cherry. So yeah, I'm blown away by that one. Fantastic. Yes, a nice, lovely, clean sound. Terrific song. I agree with that, Mr. Scott Borthwick. Really nicely done indeed. An earworm for sure, Danny. Absolutely. Welcome again. If you're just joining us, this is Your Music Live. It's our weekly hang where we play your tunes and we play them live, hence the name Your Music Live. It is brought to you by DistroKid. If you want to check them out, link there or down in the description. If you want to submit your own song for future consideration, use the QR code there or the link down in the description. We will also be doing our Play My Fire Beat segment in about 4 or 5 songs time, so hang out for that if you haven't got a song on the playlist today, but you really got a song that you want us to hear. Let's jump now over to the cloud of sounds and play a tune. This one comes into us from Sunrise Academy, who says, home studio, second song ever, recorded by two best friends in college, produced entirely by ourselves. We love to hear it, don't we? Nothing like a bit of self-production to learn the biz and learn the art form that is recording and mixing and mastering your own music. So without further ado, let's take a listen to Bonafide by Sunrise Academy here on Your Music Live.
You know, one of the really great things about getting to places like this is the fact that you can almost hear yourself think.
Jam, right? Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff there from from Sunrise Academy with Bonafide. I'm not sure. Yeah, nice tune, smooth and gentle. I know someone said a summery vibe. Yeah, very chill summer kind of vibe. Yeah, hi John Citizen. You might have seen John Citizen. I gave him the comment of the week here. If you follow me on the community tab here on the channel, John made a very kind comment and said something that many of you have said to me in the past, which is that through the interactions on this channel and in this community, you've been able to get back into creating music, and that's what we're here for. That's why we do this show as well, to highlight the fact that there's so many of you folks out there just kicking goals and taking names and doing all the good things in the independent music industry. In fact, just only listen to indie music. Why do you need mainstream anymore? This is the mainstream. We're taking it over. You know what? Pop music is just what's popular, and in this community, your music is popular. So you have the pop music. Speaking of popular people, there's very few people who are nicer and more popular in this community than our friend Gertrude. She goes by the name Auntie G, which we kind of gave her here on the channel. She released a song early on as her name Gertrude, and I can never pronounce her surname. And she said at the time, "Oh, my nieces and nephews, they call me Auntie G," and I'm like, "That should be your name." And from then on, it's stuck. So Auntie G has a brand new track. She says, "I think society puts a lot of pressure on us to perform in all aspects of our lives. And on top of this, we often add a lot of pressure on ourselves. Sometimes we can do with a little help being pulled back to what's important in our lives." Pull Me Back is produced in GarageBand iOS. The video is filmed with my iPhone using a tripod and a gimbal. Gary Hubbs plays the bass, and Jade Starr helped with the mastering. So what an all-star cast we have for this particular track. Let's give it a spin, shall we? It is Pull Me Back, Auntie G on Your Music Live. That is just so awesome, right? Absolutely brilliant stuff there from Auntie G with Gary Hubbs and Jade Starr on the mastering work there. I know you're going to want to go and check that one out. Again, it is linked down in the description, like all the songs that we play here on the show. And just amazing. Yeah, someone said the rock incarnation of Auntie G. So Auntie G is a Norwegian country music fan. So she's done a whole bunch of very cool country style tunes. And now she's just rocking out a little bit more, a little bit edgier. And I think folks are really digging this darker side of Auntie G. To me, you know what that was? That was ABBA meets Muse. It shouldn't work, but it does. Like just the arpeggios in the background and the synth sounds in the background, but then with Gertrude's vocals over the top, it's like Muse if the ladies from ABBA were the lead singers, and I kind of love it. I kind of think it's the best thing ever. All right, let's continue on. We're going to go over to slaps.com. So if you're not familiar with slaps.com, it is a wonderful music sharing platform from our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. If you're not already signed up to DistroKid, you can do so. If you want to release your own music, sign up for one of the yearly plans. But you can also sign up to slaps.com for free and share your music there. You can also interact with other people's music, which is what we're about to do with our friend Irv Boy. This is our slap of the week. And he says, I recorded this song in my home about a week before I separated from my wife. This is an overview of my remembrance of the man I've always been, but forgot. So I never forget again. Our slap of the week. Irv Boy here with I Ain't Leaving Me Behind on Your Music Live.
Fragile hearts to break, sincere thoughts to break, honest made mistakes, roads that lead astray, dredging down my road, I take me where I go, blame me for my faults, love is all I want, no more than a dream, waking from my sleep. One more night to scream, casket for the thief, stars still will gleam, resurrect me, all I need to be. 'Cause I've been traveling down the road with you and I ain't leaving me behind. 'Cause I know I'm going I ain't leaving me behind. Yes, the tender days all have gone away. One foot on the cross, the other on the grave. Shelter for my life, forecast is more strife. Sacred vows to break, hostage love in case. Guaranteed no trust, shining turn to rust, strictly to my shame, piercing through my veins, savage primal ways, feeding greed more pain.
Irv Boy with I Ain't Leaving Me Behind. And here's the thing, if you join up to slaps.com, you can not only share your own music, but you can check out cool tunes like that one, as you saw there. You can throw fire on it, you can save, you can share with a click of a mouse, easy like that. It's available on mobile as well, of course, and I can just say here, just spun this live on YML, and that'll go over to Irv Boy. So if he's not here in the chat right now, he'll be like, dang it, I missed my song being played live. But a very, very cool platform, and again, it is free to use from our friends at DistroKid. So I highly recommend you get on over to slaps.com, slap your tunes up there, because you never know who's listening. Probably me, but potentially other people as well. So go and do that. Let's grab our next song, and then we are going to do our Play My Firebeat feature. It's always a lot of fun. If you've got a song that you'd like to have played, it's not on the playlist today, then join in the fun of the Play My Firebeat. And if your name is drawn at random, you'll get a chance to have a song played right here, right now on the show. But before that, we're going to grab this one from Mr. Don Tucker. He says, this is our second attempt at this song. After receiving very good advice from multiple sources about changes that could help the song, we went back to the mixing board, and this is the result. Hope you enjoy. So it is Olivia's song, and it is from our friends Innocence here on Your Music Live.
Sunlight through the window, another beautiful day outside. I see her smiling from a distance. She's the reason I'm alive. Another day, what a wonderful life. water as darkness fills the sky. I lie awake to hear the ocean and think of dreams that never die. Another day, what a wonderful life. Another day, what a wonderful life. If we could live our lives like there was no tomorrow, smile at everyone as they walk down the street. What a different world.
What an absolute bop, yeah? Yeah, right. You could just listen to that all day. Just love those guitar sounds in there. The vocals are fantastic. It has a bit of that 70s sort of yacht rock vibe, but in a good way with a modern twist on there as well. I really dig it. Olivia's song from Innocence there. I got to subscribe to that channel. There you go. Very, very cool. And nicely produced video too. It does add a little bit of sheen to it, doesn't it, when you have a cool video like that to go along with it. Very good stuff there from our friends at Innocence. All right, we've got a bunch more music to play, but we're going to take a quick pause here. Why? Well, because we have to do our Play My Fire Beat drawing, and we're going to hear from our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. And just so that you can learn how to spell them, and in honor of them sponsoring this show for coming up 2 years. Like, it's about 18 months now. So into 2023 will be 2 years of having DistroKid sponsoring this show every single week, which is just a bloody amazing commitment, if you ask me, and shows their commitment to independent music. I'm going to get you to put hashtag DistroKid because, yeah, you know, they are an awesome sponsor. And I normally just pick the random words, but because we're going to talk about DistroKid in a moment, if you would like to have your chance to have one of your songs played right here, right now, you can skip the queue, so to speak, and you can choose any song. Now, if you are randomly drawn after putting hashtag DistroKid right here in the chat, then all you need to do is let me know the name of the song, your artist name, and the platform. So if you are Michael, aka Zealand Band here, you'd say Michael, aka Zealand, YouTube, epic track name. And that's all you need to put in the chat. So go ahead and put your hashtag DistroKids in there, and we will hear about DistroKid in just a little moment. While you're getting your hashtag DistroKids in there, let's grab another track. And this one is from our friends Mike and Dawn Jeunesse, who we're not heard from for a little while. They say, enjoy one of our acoustic songs again. The song's called Again. They're not playing the same song again. All about the yearning we have for authentic relationships. Many thanks to Pete and the supporting community here for checking out our music. And we're going to start it at 1 minute 15. Let's cue this sucker up to the 1 minute 15 mark here. And take a listen to this one, Mike and Dawn Jeunesse. And the track is Again here on Your Music Live.
Someone to hold me again, again, hold me again. Oh yeah, yeah, again, again, hold me again. You can say you're faithful, loyal, and so true. You can say you'll be there in my darkness to see me through. I heard good intentions, promises that don't come true. When I needed gentleness, I turned around and didn't see you. So don't lift me up, then say goodbye. I don't think I can take it. I don't need any good advice this time. I need someone to hold me again, again,
swaying side to side with that one like I am, there's something wrong with your sway gene or your sway agitator. I don't know. Very, very cool stuff. Mike and Dawn, always with the sweetness, always with the vibes. And that one, yeah, had like a late 60s, early 70s kind of, rock pop kind of vibe that never ages, an ageless kind of vibe. Really, really cool stuff. Beautiful song, really positive vibe. Agree with that, Mr. Scott Borthwick. Agree with that one. Very cool stuff there. Vibes for days there from Mike and Dawn. Janice, so good to hear from them yet again. And you know who else is good to hear from? It's our friends at DistroKid. Yeah, they are our sponsor of this very show. And if you're not familiar with what DistroKid do, we're going to go back to the basics here today and just show you how this all works. So what you do is you use the link up the top there or down in the description. You sign up to DistroKid. Now you can choose a bunch of plans. There's the Musician Plus, or the Label plan. Musician plan starts at $19.99. Plus you get 7% off any first year of any of these plans. I recommend the Musician Plus plan because you can do a few extra things with the Musician Plus. It's $35.99 per year, and you can do things like set your price. You can set the release date, which means you can pitch to playlists on Spotify and the rest of it. You can name your label. Now that sounds a bit weird, but it's really cool. I've got Studio Live Today Records. Thank you very much. It's super cool. And then when you're ready to upload your first song, you jump in here, you hit the upload music button, and it is really super duper quick. It's quick to do. You jump in here, you just tell it the name of the song, your artist name. I'm already set up here in YouTube, Apple, and Spotify and all the places, but you can add yourself to there if you're not already. Instagram, Facebook, they just keep adding new platforms to make sure that you're there. There it is, Studio Live Today Records. That's because I have a Musician Plus plan. You throw your album artwork in there, you select your genres, you put your track title there, you upload your file, and you hit go. Now, I went through really quickly, but it's really that quick. It can take you no more than 10 minutes, and that's like doing double and triple checking. You hit the done button, DistroKid do the rest. They send your music out there to all the different platforms. Here's my most recent release called Grown, and you can see there all the different platforms it's been released to there. It's out there. It's ready to rock and roll. I've got my UPC, I've got my ISRC number, which if you don't know what it is, don't worry, but it's important. I could do my splits here, so Jade Starr played drums on this. She gets 25% of all the proceeds of this song, and you can see all the stores it's been released to, and you even get this cool little link here, which is a hyperfollow link where you can set up a nice little landing page with your music video, with all of your different playlists and different links that you want there. So DistroKid really is just a complete package. I know I'm preaching to the converted for a lot of you, but I know that we have new folks who come into this community every week, and I just wanted to go back to basics and just say, why would you choose DistroKid over another distributor? Because they do everything. It's because they have so many different functions, and they are always evolving and growing, adding new platforms, adding new features. DistroVid's new, DistroPick if you want to add your own album artwork using AI. It's just amazing. So I can't say enough good things about our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. All right, speaking of DistroKid, they bring you this cool feature, which is our Play My Fire beat. If you haven't entered, you've got about 5 seconds to do so, to put hashtag DistroKid into the chat here. And if you do so, you will be eligible to win a play on the show right here, right now. There you go. I've got, I'm going to hit the button here. Should we get some music? You know what we should do? We should get some mellow, sweet background music from Mike and Dawn Janice here, and we'll just play a little more of this track. There you go, and then we can do our spin here. So good luck, everyone. Let's see who gets the win today. Who's gonna win a free play on Your Music Live? Here today, gonna be Wayward Way. They've already got a track on the show, but they're going to get another one. Well done, Wayward Waves. We've got a track from you later in the show, but here's the cool thing. You get a twofer. You get to have another one of your songs played here on the show. So all you need to do is let me know your artist name and then the name of the track and the platform. So you just go Wayward Waves, YouTube, awesome track name. Just put that in the chat here right now. Not prepared, that's all right. You've got time because we're going to play another track while you get yourself sorted there. So don't worry, don't stress. Take your time, and once we know your track that you would like played, we will give it a spin in just a short jiffy. But while we wait on Wayward Waves, that's a lot of wobble you sounds, we're going to play another song. This one comes to us from Mr. Salvatore. He says, May 13, 1994, a film named The Crow was released to the public following the tragic death of Brandon Lee, playing in the movie as Eric Draven. This song was recorded on iOS, iPad, GarageBand, and is a tribute to the movie and Brandon Lee's last and final film by artist Mr. Salvatore, and it is called All Hope Is Gone, and we're going to give it a spin here live on Your Music Live. Kick back and enjoy this one.
Feeling like Eric Draven, bitch, I'm dripping all black. The living dead, the chosen one who bled. Halloween night, this took place. Face said my only goal was raising hell. No pain, blood could take the pain away. I'm here to avenge. They say that a man who designs revenge should get two graves. Then I tell no tales, only spells for the wishing well. King of the dead, say it again. Feels the same, and laying in my tombstone, carve my name, say my name, resuscitate me. Now I'm feeling like the crow. Oh no, I feel alone. Oh, my hope is gone. Oh, my hope is gone. Tonight, say goodnight to the bad guy on the devil's night. Flashbacks.
How cool is that? I love it. I love it when you love something so much you do a tribute like that to it. I mean, I did it with Back to the Future because that's my jam, baby. But yeah, The Crow is a great film, and yeah, super sad. Hello, Russ. Super sad that Brandon Lee, unfortunately, if you don't know the story, I believe I'm right with this. It was he was shot by what was supposed to be a blank, and I think it was, but it just, those blanks actually still do shoot out things, and yeah, and he unfortunately was killed on the set, and they still finished the film. Yeah, very, very cool tribute there from our friend Mr. Salvatore. That's okay. I assume hello, Jade. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. We'll spin another song. Wayward Waves is still frantically going through their back catalogue, I'm sure, finding the perfect track for us to play here today. So we'll play another tune, and then we'll play a Wayward Waves track because they won our Play My Fire beat for today. Let's jump back over to theslaps.com and find this one, Goat Trauma, right? I love the artist names that you folks come up with are just amazing. But Goat Trauma? Come on now. I love my goats. They say, part of my production journey, trying to get my tracks to sound like the other quality tunes I hear on YML. Would love your input, Pete. Cheers. Well, you'll not only get my input, but you submitted it to YML and you said we could play it. So you're going to get everyone's input. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Goat Trauma and their track Likewise here on Your Music Live. How cool was that? Love the bass, love the guitars, love the jam. Does really good stuff. Yeah, exactly. Bass a bit. See, that's the thing. Bit forward and slappy. See, I hear that, but I kind of like it. Maybe it's because I'm a bass fan. But yeah, definitely upfront kind of bass sound. But yeah, I think it was pretty darn cool. Yeah, go the Goats. Goats for the win indeed. And that one was a great tune and a great name, Goat Trauma. Who knew? Yeah, good track indeed. A little bit funky with the bass sound there too. Very good stuff there from Goat Trauma. Let's grab our next song. This one's from 1,000 Oxen Fury. Okay, again, weird. We're going from goats to oxen. Which is pretty cool. This song was written about my grandfather's experience of his ship, the USS Kitcun Bay, being hit by a kamikaze during World War II. We were able to have Tim Ripper Owens, ex-Judas Priest, as a guest singer. Wow. Also features a guitar solo by Santiago Alvarez of the band Crooksv, which I could never say that name of that band. Very cool. Some highlights here. Absolutely. So this is 1,000 Oxen Fury, Sink This Ship, Save My Soul on Your Music Live. Right? If that was Beavis and Butthead, they'd be like, yes, yes, yes. Head banging for sure. Can't you just imagine like the Beavis and Butthead, you know, that gif of them like doing the head bang? Oh man, I got to be careful. I got to be careful not to bang my head too hard because I'll get myself all dizzy. Still recovering here, folks. But very good stuff there from 1,000 Oxen Fury, and as if you're not going to go down and check that one up. Yeah, like nice updated Iron Maiden. I agree. Go down to the description. All the songs we play here today are in the description. That means that people say, Pete, why do you spoil this show by only playing 1 or 2 minutes of each song? I do it for you folks because you get to hear a whole bunch more tunes, and then you'll hear that and you'll be like, I've got to go find this artist. And you're going to go over to the YouTube channel. You're going to watch that whole video. You're going to comment and say, I saw this on YML and it tore my face off. It was that good. So I know that will happen. I foresee it. I foreshadow it. Speaking of awesome, Night Embers is the track that Wayward Waves has chosen for us to play here. Wayward Waves come to us. It was the other band who I think we're playing tonight, Nova Cascade. Are they the band that recommended? Again, it's this whole thing where people come to this show in this community because someone else recommends them, and then they come along, and then we play their tunes, and the rest is history. So we're going to play this one. This is our Play My Fire Beat winner, Wayward Waves, and their track called Night Embers here on Your Music Live. Wayward Waves track. It reminds me of, and this is a compliment, the chill out sessions, the Ministry of Sound chill out sessions. I used to love those things. And yeah, just the way it morphs between like different styles and different vibes in that one. It's sort of like, and then like it kicks in. Yeah, really, really well done. So a deserving winner of our Play My Fire beat. First segment here today. Very good stuff there from Wayward Waves. And yeah, we'll be hearing from Wayward Waves a little later in the show as well. So hang out for that one. Great question. How do you submit a song? So there is a link right there. You can QR code that sucker with your phone's camera or take a screenshot, or you can also go to studiolivetoday.com/YML. You can submit for a future show, or you can be lucky like our friend Wayward Waves and win the opportunity to have one of your songs played right here on the show. There's another chance coming up in the second hour, so hang out for that one. In the meantime, we're going to crack on with our next tune. This one has a very long introduction here. It's from Tilt 360. It's called Point Blank. And it's all, they say, well, this song was written about me actually boxing in the ring because I boxed for a long time. But one of the guys I boxed with back when I was a kid from Youngstown, Ohio, named Kelly Pavrik, became the middleweight champion of the world in 2008. And when we released this album, we did a little cross market and got some exposure. I can't read the whole description there, but yeah, suffice to say, there's a connection here between, and we had another artist a few weeks ago that was like, they used the song in their boxing gym. So who knew boxing's like a popular thing? Not me, but I'm not made for boxing. I'm not made for any sort of violence. I'm a soft potato of a man. Let's give this one a spin. It is Tilt 360, Point Blank on Your Music Live.
You're in my got a clean sword, yeah, right at you. Let's see if you can watch my feet as I stick and move. I see that you're weak inside, back against the ropes. I felt the 10-second drop. I'm coming through. Don't back, point blank. You're in my range, point blank. I walk the line, point blank. You're in my range, point blank. You better step back. Here comes the left hook. There's nowhere left to hide. Standing eight count, and now you're mine. I see that you're weak inside, back against the ropes. I felt the 10-second drop. I'm coming through. Don't back, point blank. You're in my range, point blank. I walk the line, point blank. You're in my range, point blank.
Right. Jump on over to the Cloud of Sounds and check out Tilt 360 because that is awesome. Is it just me, or does that totally deserve like a box? Like, I'm not a big into boxing, as I just said, but like just people being like knocked down and just like, you know, action shots of a boxing match, that would work beautifully. So I can definitely see why it was used as a cross promotion for some boxing action. Very cool stuff indeed. And yeah, if you want to check out that one and all the other songs we play here on the show, jump down into the description and you'll be able to follow all of these cool artists. Look, you're not going to love, we're going to play 40 plus songs here today, folks. You're not going to love every single one of them, but if something really tickles your fancy, if it hits you in the cockles, if it does all the good things for you, then jump down and check them out in the description because I've done all the hard work by compiling them all there for you, including this next one from our friends Soul Extension, who say, recorded on my iPad in GarageBand. We love that. This song is another one about the increasing alienation in modern society and looking for someone to catch you when you fall. It's called Other Side. Soul Extension here on Your Music Live. at least a little bit of the guitar solo there. How cool is that one? Yeah, really nice stuff indeed. A little bit Pearl Jam there, I reckon, in terms of the guitar, especially that lead guitar tone. Very kind of Stone Gossard style guitar tone there, I believe, or Mike McCready. I can never remember who's the lead guitarist. I think they kind of switch and change around. But yeah, very cool stuff there from Soul Extension here on Your Music Live. Yeah, very cool vibe, and yeah, excellent guitars, great vocals, all-round goodness. Speaking of all-round goodness, you know who's an artist who has some all-round goodness and who just produces tracks at an absolutely prolific rate? And that is our friend out of Germany, PA. Pronounce it alternative, baby. Yeah, we've got a brand new track from PA, which is called Matte Gold. And as usual, it's got an absolute cracking video to go along with it. I think you're going to really dig this one. The one and only PA, Matte Gold on Your Music Live. Very cool stuff. There you go. Speak of the angel, there is PA herself. Yeah, it'll be about midnight in Germany. So thank you for staying up, PA, to hear your track. Very cool stuff there. As always, great video production on that one, and just an absolute bop. You could just put PA on and dance all night because it's that kind of music. So fantastic stuff. As per usual, look at this. The compliments just keep coming on in. Too many to put on the screen, but very good stuff there indeed from our friend PA. We are creeping our way towards the end of the first half here, but we got so many songs. Like, I wanted to catch up a bit this week, so I've added an extra couple of songs. So we're going to definitely be going into overtime here. But we're going to move on and grab our next track here. This one is from the artist by the name of Sticks for Guns. It's our old mate Richard Murphy, Sticks for Guns. And he says, having problems using Final Touch mastering app. Yeah, for those that are iOS producers, yeah, unfortunately, Positive Grid have basically said Final Touch will not be supported in the future, which is a little bit sad. But like many folks, he says, ended up purchasing the Grand Finale app. This track used the app. I'm impressed with the end results. So yeah, if you are looking to master your tracks in iOS, the new Grand Finale 2 is probably my new go-to. I've got a video coming out on it soon. I haven't quite finished it yet, but I'm playing around with it. And let's just say it's an improvement. It's somewhere between the complexity of Final Touch and the simplicity of Grand Finale 1. But Grand Finale 2, I think, is the happy medium for most folks with your mastering. So I think you're going to enjoy it. Anyway, this is an example of the new Grand Finale app. And it is Sticks for Guns with Attract the Fractured here on Your Music Live. Sticks for Guns there with a very, very cool track indeed. Love it. Love it big time. Cool stuff there from Sticks for Guns. Always creating amazing soundscapes. And that one, Sticks for Gun does some more mellow stuff. That one was a little more in your face and up tempo. But yeah, definitely super atmospheric. Hello, Jenny Jolivet. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I don't think I saw you there before. Yeah, that was super cool. Some great sounds in there. If it's Russ approved, Russ produces some music along those lines. So if it's Russ approved, you know it's good stuff. So well done indeed there. Yeah, a bit of chat about Positive Grid and the Final Touch app. Yes, the biggest problem is that in iOS 16, a lot of folks were having problems with it. It wasn't working. It was just malfunctioning and just being all up the wazoo. And folks got in touch with Positive Grid and they said, yeah, well, the thing about that is we're actually discontinuing it. So, and then just recently it's been removed from the App Store. You can still use it if you're running iOS 15 or iPad OS 15. So if you've got an older device, you can still use it if you've already got it downloaded. But basically, as soon as you cross that threshold into iPad OS 16, unfortunately, and it's sad because Final Touch was the best balance, like for about a $20, $30 app. It was a great full-featured mastering suite. But unfortunately, yeah, it looks like they've just handballed the mastering over to Clevcran because at the very same time, Clevcran brought out Grand Finale 2. So the writing's on the wall there, folks, if you're looking to master your tunes in iOS or iPad OS. All right, let's continue on, shall we? It is Wayward Waves again. Yes, our friend Justine Painter, aka Wayward Waves. They say this song is intended to depict nature's balance, humming along with the world, with many delicate ecosystems that nature and cycle all forms of life, plus all the stunning beauty that goes with our planet. Nature's machine in its entirety is a majestic journey for your senses. And if you heard Wayward Waves' earlier track, the Play My Fire beat, you know that you're in for a treat. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Wayward Waves, Nature's Machine, Your Music Live. Realised Justine asked me to play this from 4 minutes 42, so we're going to do an unprecedented thing here. We're just going to scroll through and restart the song down here. Ooh, yeah. cool stuff. I think I even saw some Wayward Waves in there in the visuals there. Very cool stuff indeed. I think you've probably collected a few additional fans here on the show, Wayward Waves. So go and check out Wayward Waves and all their wayward waving goodness in the description. All right, I've got a few more tracks to go before our midpoint. You know what happened at the midpoint. We have our toilet break because of course we do. Distinctive vibe indeed from our friend Wayward Waves. Yeah, so we're a couple away from the patented toilet break where we have a quick comfort stop while we play a banging track. But before then, got a couple more to go. Let's continue the awesome here with Ash Temple. And they've got a track. They say it was recorded on an iPad Pro and it's about the current state of media and social discourse. I'm sure it's a really positive track then. It is called Mind Back, Ash Temple here on Your Music Live.
When's it gonna turn around for me? I'm grasping at straws to find a way to be free. When's it gonna turn around for me? I'm grasping at straws to find a way to be free. I want my mind back. I want my people back. I want my mind back. I want my people back. What's it gonna take to set us free? Find common ground between you and me. What's it gonna take to set us free? Find common ground between you and me. I hold no hate in my heart, but for those who keep us apart. Hold no hate in my heart, but for those who keep us apart.
Beautiful stuff there from Ash Temple with Mind Back. Yeah, just love it. I love an acoustic guitar, wonderful vocal. Yeah, like butter. That's a great way. I was trying to work out how to describe the vocals. Just smooth and silky like butter there with that track. And how cool is that? In the last few tracks, we've had PA, we've had Justine, Wayward Waves, we've had Ash Temple. Ladies are crushing it just quietly. You know, it's not a competition or anything, but how good were those tracks? Very good stuff indeed. Yeah, the harmonies, great songwriting, great performance, just brilliant stuff. So do jump down in the description because that one is linked down there. You can jump on over to the Cloud of Sounds and check it out. Yes, lush. Lush is a wonderful word for it. I had a Welsh friend who used to use the word lush for everything all the time, and I used to love it. I'm like, yes, lush is just such a great word. And that was a great explanation of that particular track. Cool stuff. We've got a couple more to go here. It is not quite Christmas. Words, yeah, we're stumbling over our words. We must be an hour in. It's not quite Christmas, but we're starting to get the Christmas tunes flowing in. And we are going to do a special Christmas show. So some of these will be played again around Christmas time. But I couldn't resist playing this one. It's from Ray Foster. And he said, a Christmas song I started about 16 years ago just for fun. Finally got it finished with some help from Mimo Japan, who engages with the Creative Source page. Recorded using BandLab and lots of MIDI. Very cool stuff. Yeah, if you don't know Mimo Japan, he is like the gatekeeper of Mike's Creative Source community over there with Cakewalk by BandLab. And you want to go and check out Mike. He's for a grumpy old bloke, he's all right over at Creative Source. Anyway, we're going to give this one a spin. Christmas Cheer on Your Music Live.
Snowdrops and mistletoe and mulled wine must mean that Christmas is here. Shoppers running around old towns and buying things just to say I love you, my dear. Do 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 do. coming down your chimney just to bring the presents, 'cause you're good this year. Rudolph's eating, drinking treats and flying Santa around from street to street. So let's all give love with the Christmas cheer. So let's all give love with the Christmas cheer. We'll spare a thought for a broken heart, a struggling family who has suffered this year. Well, open your arms and use your charms and let them know that you've been thinking about them. Or send your love with the Christmas cheer. Or send your love with the Christmas cheer.
What an instant earworm and sing-along jam that one is. Brilliant stuff there from Ray Foster with a little help from his friends, including Mimo Japan. You can definitely tell the Mimo Japan kind of element on that. Mimo's very good with the MIDI stuff and with the making the virtual instruments just sound so good. So wonderful stuff there, and I'm sure we'll be hearing that again in our Christmas special, which I must set up the separate playlist for, because there'll be a separate link for your Christmas tunes for when we do our Christmas special edition, where, you know, we have a bit of fun. We normally dress up. I might have a bit of eggnog, you never know, even though it's like 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, hang out for that one, because it'll be our God time. All right, we're going to play the ultimate song of our first half here, and this is from someone who has the title of being on the very first Your Music Live. I think we only played about 20 tracks on the very first YML, and this gentleman out of Scotland, Mr. Scott S.M. Borthwick, was one of them. And he's got a brand new track, and we're going to play it to put a little nice ribbon on the first half of your YML for this week. He says, "Hi Pete, hope you're well. I am now, mate. A week ago, not so much. Hope you're well. I'm not known for cover versions, but this Howlin' Wolf song is one of my favourite blues tracks, and I think the first song I taught myself to play. The left channel guitar track was recorded in Music Memos and imported into GarageBand. Wow, so the tempo might waver a little, but I like the overall feel. I was indulging in a little black humour in the video, but hopefully folks won't find it too morbid. Many thanks for everything you do." So yes, we are kicking off the Under the Covers segment one track early here, but I thought we'd grab one cover, play our toilet break, and then come back for some more covers. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? It is Killing Floor, Howlin' Wolf cover, S.M. Borthwick, Your Music Live.
I should've quit you, baby, long time ago. I should've quit you, pretty baby, and went on to Mexico. If I'd have followed my first mind, if I'd have followed my right mind, I'd have been on the border since my second time. I should've went on with my friend come from Mexico and me. I should've went on with my best friend come at me. I was fooling with you, baby. I let you put me on
I know you don't want me to be turning this down, but it just means that you've got work to do. You've got to go over and check out Mr. Scott S.M. Borthwick. Jump over to his YouTube channel. Give that one a like. Look, I'm the 26th person to like it, and it's had nearly 200 views in 5 days. So go and watch the whole thing over on Scott's channel because it is just brilliant. Congratulations to the wife. Yeah, Mrs. Borthwick ejected Scott just for that video. Very cool stuff. Very good guitar. Very nicely done indeed. All right, we're halfway through. We are at the halfway mark, which means we got a whole hour plus of great music to come here in the second half. But before we jump into the second half with Under the Covers, with amazing indie music, with another Play My Fire beat, it is time for our toilet break. I normally don't say the toilet break brought to you by DistroKid because I don't want to compare DistroKid and the toilet because it just doesn't sound right. But before we play the toilet break, if you do want to check out our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid, the link is up the top there or in the description. If you're an independent artist, and there's a high chance you are if you're watching this show or if you're participating, then please consider releasing your music with DistroKid. Many of you already do, but if you're new to releasing music, DistroKid's where you want to be. All right, let's jump on in here and grab this tune. Now, this is normally someone from, Jade Star or Russ or someone from our OG crew we give the honour, or one of our patrons we give the honour to of the toilet break. This is someone that is recommended by our old mate Russ. He says, "Hi Pete, I'm standing behind Vero's music as I truly believe they have the great sound and a complete package, with Vero making the music and her partner Gerald making the original videos, and their singer Sophie makes the complete package of the Vero sound. They're trying to make their way like all of us, but I really think they're worth subscribing to as they're making excellent music weekly. You will be hearing more from them, and they're a small channel with a big heart." So there you go. Just like all the others, they're down in the description. They're next to the little toilet symbol. They're going to be our toilet break because I trust Russ's judgment on music. I haven't even listened to this track. That's how much I trust Russ. One day that's going to come back to bite me in the bum. But for now, we're going to play this one. Vero, The Journey is the Destination. I'll be back in about 3 minutes, folks, for a big second half. Don't go nowhere. Take it away, Vero.
When my life is in stagnation, feels as if it has no foundation. When I'm wallowing in frustration, I sometimes feel I'm at the wrong location. I don't believe in God's salvation. I've got my own interpretation. The journey is the destination. Some of these thoughts sound quirky, but it's okay as long as they don't deter me. I'm on my way, I'm on this journey. It deserves me as long as it serves me. It is not divine, it is very earthly. I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't believe in God's salvation. I've got my own interpretation. The journey is the destination. On my way, I'm on this journey. It deserves me as long as it serves divine. It's very earthly. It's just my practical philosophy. Maybe it's just me.
Oh, you thought I wasn't going to come back, didn't you? I nearly didn't. And then we nearly heard a bit of Tremor Bear. Hello, welcome back to a big second half here. That was Vero and a track there by the name of, the name that I can't see here right now, The Journey is the Destination. How cool is that? I don't necessarily agree with that. People who say getting there is half the fun when it comes to travel, yeah, I don't. I need to, let's agree to disagree. Yeah, love Vero's sound. Very cool indeed, and a good recommendation. All right, we are back, and we're going to play some cover tunes for you folks. We got a whole bunch of cool covers here for this week. We already started in the first half with a special preview cover with SM Borthwick's cover of Howlin' Wolf, and now we're going to continue on with this one here. It's our old mate Jonathan Linton, and they've got a pretty darn epic cover because there's a band by the name of Rat, and they have a song called Round and Round, and our mate Jonathan Linton has covered it, and we're going to play it for you here under the covers on Your Music Live.
Out on the streets, that's where we'll meet. You make the night. I always cross the line, tightening our bells, amuse ourselves, get in our way. We'll put you on your shelf another day, some other way. We're gonna go, but then we'll see you again. I've had enough. We've had enough. Call it fate. She said, I knew right from the beginning that you would end up winning. I knew right from the start you put an arrow through my heart. Round and round, with love we'll find a way. Just give me time. Round and round, what comes around goes around. I'll tell you why. Dig it. Looking at you, looking at me, the way you move. You know it's easy to see the neon lights on me tonight. I got away. We're gonna prove it tonight, like Romeo to Juliet. Time and time, I'm gonna make it mine. I've had enough. We've had enough. It's all the same. She said, I knew right from the beginning that you would end up winning. I knew
How cool is that? I listened to this on repeat when it came out. Yeah. Rat reminds me of a couple of things. There was a really cool, is it Geico? That's the US insurance company. There was a cool Geico ad where it's like, yeah, I think we've got a rat problem. Like there's people in a house and they're like, oh, insurance, I think we've got a rat problem. And it's like, it just cuts to the band Rat in their bathroom, just going round and round. It was pretty darn cool. And the other thing is, in The Simpsons, there was like, oh, and now please welcome Poison. And it's like, actually, we're a loving tribute to Poison. It's like, I thought we were called Quiet Riot. It says here we're Rat. And like the dude's got rat on his drum. I think I mixed up two different Simpsons bits there. Anyway, that was very, very cool. Rat for the win. One of those bands like that just, you know, there was those hair metal bands in the 80s that just kind of grouped together, and they all kind of did merge into one after a while. But that's probably unfair to Rat because that was a good, as far as Rat covers go, that was definitely the top notch. All right, let's grab our next tune. This one comes from someone we haven't heard from for a while. In fact, they say that. They say, hi, Pete. It seems ages since I last submitted a song to YML. Sorry, mate. That's all right. It happens. This song is a cover of my favourite band, Blue October's Into the Ocean. The song touches on loss and suicide, although you wouldn't know it from the upbeat nature of the music. Hope you like it. And as, of course, our friend John David Lees, a.k.a. JDL, There he is. This looks like it's going to be fun. Let's give it a spin here. Under the Covers on Your Music Live.
I'm just a normal boy that sank when I fell overboard. My ship would leave the country, but I'd rather swim ashore. Without a life vest I'd be stuck again. Wish I was much more masculine. Maybe then I could learn to swim like 14 miles away. Now floating up and down, I spin colliding into sound. Like whales beneath me diving down, I'm sinking to the bottom of my everything that brings me out. The lighthouse beam has just run out. I'm cold as cold can be. I wanna swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels just like I'm falling in the ocean. Let the waves up and take me down. Let the hurricane set in motion, yeah. Let the rain of what I feel right now come down. Oh, let the rain come down. Where is the Coast Guard? I keep looking each direction for a spotlight. Give me something, I need something for protection. Maybe float some junk will do just fine. The Jetson sunk, I'm left behind. I'm dreading for my life, believe me. How can I keep up this breathing? Not knowing how to think, I scream aloud, begin to sink. My legs and arms are broken down with envy for the solid ground. I'm reaching for the life within me. How can one man stop this ending? I thought of just go face, relaxed and floated into space. I wanna swim away, but don't.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the original either, Mark, but it's very well done. Good stuff there from JDL, and yeah, gotta love the effort gone to there for the shirt and tie and the makeup. Yeah, unique, individual. That's what we love about this. Would you see that on MTV? No, you'd see some random twerking 20-year-old. You wouldn't see a dude in a shirt and tie with weird black and white clown makeup. And you know what I prefer? That. Because it's funny and it's different and it's out there and I love it. Good stuff there from JDL. All right, now the next track here. This is one that's near and dear to my heart because this is a deep cut of the band Nirvana. Now, no matter how big a Nirvana fan you might be, I would struggle to believe that you are a bigger Nirvana fan than I was back in the day because I owned every Nirvana album and single and EP ever released, including an EP that had this very track on there. It was an album. It was an EP. I'll show you it here because I was looking it up while I was listening to that tune. It's an EP called Hormoning. Yes, it was a 6-track EP. It was only released in Japan, and they imported some here to my local music store here in Adelaide. It was $50 for a 6-track EP, but it has some classic Nirvana tunes on there. Turnaround, Aneurysm, D7, Son of a Gun, Even in His Youth, and the track that we're going to hear from Middle Suburbia, the cover of Molly's Lips, which is just a really cool, kind of a 2-chord jam song, but it's just epic, and Middle Suburbia definitely do it justice here. So let's take a listen to this one, shall we? Middle Suburbia and their cover of Nirvana's Molly's Lips.
She said she'd take me anywhere, she'd take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said she'd take me anywhere, she'd take me anywhere, as long as I stay clean. Kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss Molly's lips. She said she'd take me anywhere, she'd take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said she'd take me anywhere, she'd take me anywhere, as long as I stay clean. Kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss Molly's lips. Hey!
Yeah, sometimes when you're considering that third chord, you realize that you just don't need it because 2 chords is well and truly enough. Yeah, cool vocals. Like, it's interesting kind of sound in there. Maybe the drums were just a little bit overpowering. It was a little pumpy in parts there, but yeah, I dig the vibe of it, and very cool stuff. And as Aaron Bredlaw has correctly pointed out, that is actually a cover. So Nirvana covered a Vaseline song, which is called Molly's Lips. So Nirvana actually did have a few covers. Like a lot of their popular stuff they did, like the Lake of Fire song that they did in their Unplugged. A couple of the Unplugged songs actually were covers, and that one there was a cover of a Vaseline's tune called Molly's Lips. But yeah, I played the heck out of that. Like, I bought this $50 EP, and I'm like, I don't want to play it. And then I'm like, what? I'm not a collector. I'm a music fan. Why would I buy a $50 EP and not play it? So it got plenty of spins, and it's still sitting upstairs in my cupboard in my box of Nirvana, where I have every Nirvana album and a whole bunch of bootlegs as well, which is a different time in my life, but it's cool to go back and revisit some of those. Wraith and Stevens have a cover. They say this is a cover of a Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey. All tracks recorded in GB iOS with final mixing in GB Mac. Mastering by Tommy Jack. All tracks were analog except for the drummer, and that's from Mason. So a cool collaboration and a lot of cool names in there. If you don't know Tommy Jack, he's a great garage band producer and YouTuber and a member of this community. But this is a cover of Tupelo Honey, Wraith and Stevens here on Your Music Live.
You can take all the tea in China, put it in a big brown bag for me, sail around all the 7 oceans, drop it straight into the deep blue sea. She's a sweet as Tupelo honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's an angel. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey, just like the honey baby from the bee.
You can't stop us on the road to freedom. You can't keep us 'cause our eyes can see. Men with insight, men in granite, knights in armor bent on chivalry.
Very cool. Yeah, smooth and classy is the words for it, Tremor Bear. I concur. Lovely arrangement, lovely vocals and harmonies in that one, and just, yeah, all-round good vibes from that one. Little Van Morrison tunage going on there. Very mellow, very nice. Indeed. We've got one more cover song for you, folks, and then we've got a heap more originals, so you do want to stick around. We're going to go over time. We got a bit of a deep cut here. This one is from Aaron Bredlaw, who we just heard from before, who correctly identified that the Nirvana cover was actually a cover of a cover. But Aaron says, this is my sloppy and sparse cover of Kangaroo by Big Star. The song was written by the late, great Alex Chilton, recorded in GarageBand iOS with just reverb-drenched piano and vocals. Not sure if anyone knows this song or not, but you should. The original, not mine. Yeah, I knew a bit of Big Star, mostly because here's the weird thing. There was a CD shop that still exists, a music store here in Adelaide called Big Star Records. It's literally like in my local area, and I still go there from time to time. And they have the same logo. I don't know quite how they do, but they had the same logo as the band Big Star. And I had a Big Star t-shirt. And when I wear that Big Star t-shirt, people assume I'm a big Star fan, which I don't mind Big Star, but I bought it because it was the record store. Anyway, it's a long story. We're going to play this one here, though. This is from Aaron Bredlaw. It is Big Star's Kangaroo, and we're going to play it live under the covers on Your Music Live.
I first saw you You had on blue jeans. Your eyes couldn't hide anything. Saw you breathing out. Saw you staring out in space. I next saw you. You were at the party. Thought you was a queen. Oh, so flirty.
Love the vocal treatment on that. Really cool stuff. The kangaroo pictures are kind of adorable. Go the Roos. Very cool stuff. I loved I don't know what the vocal, there was obviously multiple vocals there, but just the delayed sort of response vocal in the background there. Really cool. I know, super trippy. Super trippy indeed. Good vocals there and nicely done indeed. Yeah, a bit Nick Cave, wasn't it? Yeah, if you don't know Nick Cave, he's Aaron Bredlaw's got that kind of baritone-y, bassy voice, just like Nick Cave does. And like I did about 3 or 4 days ago, that was the one good thing about contracting the lurgy, was that my voice got way down here. I should have recorded more vocals, but I just wasn't in the mood for doing anything musical. But yeah, it was interesting. There was a few like stories on YouTube you would have heard where I just went, "Hey, it's Pete Johnson." It's like, well, yeah. But it only lasted a little while. Let's continue on. We've got a heap more tunes here. Oh, by the way, we did have a couple of comments here before. So Thousand Oxen Fury came in to say thank you to all the folks who dug their tune, which was absolutely rockin' and cool. So thank you to Thousand Oxen Fury. And Mr. John Citizen said, I'm not a singer. Are there singers who will collab with songwriters and lay down vocals? Absolutely. So there's a couple of places you can go. This community has some cool places. We've got the Create, Record, Release Facebook group. If you're into your Facebook, and yes, I know Zuckerberg and Evil Empire and all that stuff, but use Facebook. Use and abuse Facebook. Don't let Facebook use you. But yeah, if you are a Facebook user, sign up to Create, Record, Release. It's our little group over there. Got about 1,500 people there and heaps of people that play different instruments that love to collaborate with other folks. We've also got the Discord. So go to studiolivetoday.com/Discord, and we've got our Patreon group as well. So we've got 70 odd cool folks over at Patreon. So there's a cool bunch of little sub communities around the place as well. Lurgy. That's one of our Australian words. You don't get a cold or a flu. You get a lurgy here in Australia. Yeah, so I had a lurgy and it wasn't real good, but I had some Panadol and some Vicks vapor drops, and she was all apples. So we're all good. All right, let's continue on before I start insulting all the Australians. Speaking of goats, we had a goat-based song artist before, and now we've got Undergoat. Come on now with the Undergoat. How cool is Undergoat? So they say southwestern US flavored lo-fi-ish beat created in GarageBand iOS from licensed and royalty-free samples and GarageBand drum sequencer. Undergoat is my first self-produced project made possible in large part by things I learnt watching this very channel. Well, very cool. I love the compliment, but I love the name of your artist even more. So we're going to give this one a spin here on Your Music Live. Undergoat and Thule on Your Music Live. Excellent stuff there. Yeah, a little bit of goat core going on. Very good stuff. Yeah, some definitely got that southwestern vibe to that, doesn't it? It's weird. I love it. I love when you have musical styles combined like that. Yeah, and the cover art was just awesome. But yeah, where you can really feel that kind of southwestern vibe in the music and the guitar there, but you have a cool beat going along with it as well. Kind of reminds me of like Fun Lovin' Criminals. That band had that kind of vibe. What was the name of the band that had the song Pepper? Butthole Surfers have that kind of vibe as well. Like that real, using some sort of samples for some of your drums and your other sounds, but having that sort of real twangy guitar sound as well. Yeah, excellent fusion. Spot on. Very good stuff there from Undergoat. Again, a memorable name. And if you want a memorable name for yourself, get yourself out there. Get your music out there with DistroKid, because they are an amazing distributor and they will get your music out to all the different platforms and you can save yourself 7% off. It is Black Friday, but DistroKid just have that deal all year round. They don't have to put things on sale for Black Friday. They just have reasonable prices all year round, and have had that same price for a long time. A lot of other things have gone up. My Disney Plus subscription went up the other day. My Apple One subscription went up. My Netflix subscription went up. You know what hasn't gone up in 5 years? Maybe I'm jinxing it. My DistroKid subscription has not gone up a single penny in the last 5 years, which is pretty darn cool. All right, let's grab ourselves another track here. This one's from Mr. Ryan Rogers, and he's got a track here. He says, "This is a darker song. As Donnie and Marie once lamented, it's a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. The song starts out a spiteful man who wants his lover back, but as the song progresses, you realize the man is a stalker who has never met her. Like I said, dark. Hey, if it works for Sting, it's probably going to work for you, Ryan." All right, let's take a listen to this. Safe as Milk, Ryan Rogers, Your Music Live.
Oh my Lord, it's happened again. Who's your sucker now? Your Pollyanna act is playing quite well. Shapeshifter, prolific grifter, you're leaving a mark. And I'm tempted to out you cause it's hard living without now. And I wanna be fooled again. And I wanna feel your sweetness just in case you need it. Oh my Lord, she's done it again. Oh my Lord, it's happened again. I heard you're married now. Respect commitments to the long con. I'm in no hurry. You're Oscar worthy. The kid's a nice touch. And my heart tells me to step in, but you might just get twisted. But you know I'm as safe as milk. But I do get quick to anger when you treat me like a stranger. Oh my Lord, she's done it again. Oh my Lord, it's happened again. And every road leads back to me. I'm so done with living trees. All I want is you happy.
Such a cool tune, and if you want to hear how it ends, you better jump down into the description and go and check it out. Very cool. Love the premise. A quick song, but just straight into it, and really interesting stuff. But great instrumentation. Love the little bridgey section there. Really changed it up beautifully. Ryan, great stuff. I dig it. And the cowbell was really interestingly placed. It wasn't in the typical place where you'd expect it to just be like a donk, 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 donk. It was just a donk. Like it just accented it beautifully. Put a little dot on there. And great stuff there. Exactly. Great work there from Ryan Rogers. Next up, we've got a track here, and it is from Taryonks SA. And we don't have a whole lot of background to this. It's the Hive Visuals, and I just thought it was cool. They say Taryonks Media, and it's Taryonks SA. It's the Hive Visuals, Nolly M. Mamiza featuring I can't say the words. I'm going to put it up here so you can read it. There you go. But this just came in and it was a bit mysterious and I thought it was awesome. So we're going to give it a spin. And I love the treatment on the microphone here. So let's take a look at this one, shall we, here on Your Music Live.
Sihamba nabindlela eyodwa abanye balula izandla abanye bafa umona isifiso sami sikhulu ngawe sibindi ngiyakubuka amandla noma ngiphelela ngiyodabula isizwe ngalo ndimemeza ingangishi basenwela ano ndimemeza
Isn't that just like, I know, someone was saying there, don't understand the words, but how cool is it? Like really, really good work there. Like excellent vocals. And I kind of want to give my microphones like beards or fur coats or whatever's going on there as well, because that's awesome. Just looks so cool. Like how much better does that look than, you know, just this thing here? Like if this thing just had like an epic beard going down there, that'd be cool. But yeah, I love it. And I love it when we get some more world music and just other cultures coming in there. Really, really good stuff. And again, I've got no details behind that one except that it's a really cool tune. And I wanted to make sure that we played it here on the show for you today. I don't know what happened to my voice, but I'm going to use this voice to introduce it. No, I'm not going to. That would be weird. That would be weird, and it would be unnecessary because it would be disrespectful to this next artist, who's a very cool artist. This is Natasha Mave or Mave. I never know when it's M-A-V-E. It's Isn't It Strange? This song is about our strange society, and we're going to give it a spin here on Your Music Live.
It's time to break free. It's time to break free. It feels like I've had 9 lives, stray cat, lone wolf, hermit, outcast. Kicked it with the ones who walk unknown paths, trying to find we survive on a spinning rock. I don't know if there's so much space, then there's gotta be a spot. They say we're running out of time. Tick-tock goes the clock. Walking down the street and people have become real strange. So attached to technology, no apology. Disconnect, altering our psychology. Creatures of society, study us, sociology, propaganda, ideology. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? They got us in these chains. They try to control our brains and keep us entertained, so we don't complain and we remain contained. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange that they got us in these chains? They try to control our brains and keep us entertained, so we don't complain and we remain contained. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Got us hooked on drugs, pharmacology. The cause of death is in the toxicology. Destroying nature, while wildlife become mythology. Living on stolen land, converted to a colony. All I know is we belong to this land. This land does not belong to us. In Mother Earth I trust. Isn't it strange that they got us in these chains? They try to control our brains and keep us entertained, so we don't complain and we remain contained. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange that they got us in these chains? They try to control our brains and keep us entertained, so we don't complain and we remain contained. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Now I'm biking down a
gravel shoulder. The vehicles could give a little space and move over. Instead, they'll keep.
Very cool stuff. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? Yeah. The amount of times it gets to that point, doesn't it, where you just don't want to think about how strange things are. And the fact that we are in an unnatural world with unnatural things. It's why, I get annoyed by people that are just like, oh, blah is just unnatural. I'm like, yeah, you're going to complain about unnatural things while you get your smartphone out to call your friend and then go onto Instagram and post to 1,000 people and then drive your car down a highway. No, let's not talk about natural versus unnatural in 2022, people. You're going to get me angry. And you would like me when I'm angry. But that was a very cool song from Natasha Mave or Maeve. Good song. Great message and excellent lyrics in that one. Top notch indeed. Let's grab our next one. This is from our old mate Rudy. R2. He says, I am without instruments at the moment and I wanted to challenge myself by writing a song without playing. The entire song, with the exception of my voice, was constructed using Apple Loops. It was an interesting project and just goes to show that you can create tunes with nothing more than an iPhone. Song was mastered in Grand Finale and photo was taken with an iPhone XR. Thanks for everything you do. Hope the community enjoys. And that is from Rudy. And we're going to play this one from Rudy. It is called Land of Should, R2 on Your Music Live. R2, proving that there is more than one way to rock a cool track, and that one with the Apple Loops going in there was very good indeed. Yeah, get yourself out of your comfort zone sometimes. It can actually produce some amazing results, and even if it doesn't, you don't know till you try. Like, you need to learn what doesn't work. It's just as important to fail at things to learn what doesn't work for you as it is to do things successfully and learn what does. Because if you don't try it, you don't know it. Sorry, I hope the old white man dancing didn't put you off too much in that one. But I do what I do. I like it. As I like to say, I stopped caring what people think about me a long time ago. It was. I was talking about children about that the other day because they get embarrassed by me from time to time, and I'm like, kids, I get it. You're teenagers. You're allowed to be self-conscious. You're allowed to care what other people think. But I'm an old man. I've earned the right to just not really care what people think. I mean, I'm not that I'll just go to. I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, I call a spade, and it is what it is, and if you don't like me, you can piss off. No, I'm not going to be like that. But I'm also not going to get all worried if I'm like dancing goofily and someone's like, oh, you're dancing goofy, boy. And I'm like, yep. You know it. All right, let's give this one a spin. This is John W. Adams. He says, went back to my roots before I ever owned an acoustic guitar. This one was originally written in 1987. Yeah, I know. It's older than most of your listeners. I don't know. We got some old-ass people around here. Sorry, did I say that out loud? No, 1987. Let's say, hands up in the chat. Hands up if you were born before 1987. And I reckon we'll have at least 50% of folks are at least 1987. But your point is well made here anyway, John. So this is John W. Adams' Weekend Ride on Your Music Live.
Begging for a weekend ride. She's been waiting for 5 long days just to be here by my side. I pick her up when a whistle blows and I ask her where her pleasure's at. She says let's cruise and booze, who knows what's after that. She said Rocky baby. She said rock it for me tonight. Oh, you wait another week just to get your weekend right. Now we're in the backseat, but my mind's another place. Thinking how I first touched her and she slapped my teenage face. Now she starts undressing, wanting more than just a kiss. I start to laugh as I double back, and I slap her just like this. I said, rock it, baby. I said, rock it for me tonight. Looks like I wait another week just to get my weekend right.
More cool little cowbells going on in that one, yeah? Absolutely. Good stuff there. Yeah, see, look at all these old-ass people. And I say that with the utmost respect. Love it. Yeah, that definitely sounds very 87, doesn't it? Sounds very like Poison, Rat, kind of that hair metal mid to late 80s vibe that we had back in the day. Very cool. Exactly. It really actually doesn't matter. I don't get caught up on age. It's why I just kind of throw it out there from time to time because yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like I know folks who are 18 and 19 who are super mature and creating great music, and I know people who are 60 years old who are just amazing and young at heart and creating great music. Like it really doesn't make any difference. It only makes a difference if you let it and if you care about it. So don't care about it. It really is as simple as that. But yeah, very cool. John blew me away with this one. Can do those 80s metal vox with, I know. Love it. Very cool stuff. Thomas Christ is only, you're a wee baby, Thomas Christ. You know, you've got, 17 albums under your belt at 40. By 50, you'll have about 26 albums done. Just continuing to create good music. That's all what it's all about, isn't it? Just be good. Be a nice person. Be good to people. Let other people do what they want to do. And everyone's happy. All right, let's, speaking of happy, this track made me happy this week. This is from Mike Bass, or is it Mick Bass? Tell me, I keep seeing your name, and I'm not sure. Is it Mick Bass or Mike Bass? It could be either. They say it's about a neighbour who complained because the music was too loud. The song was written that same evening. Guitar and drums from GarageBand, bass and vocals recorded at home, mixed with a lot of help from your videos. Still a lot to learn, but makes fun. Thanks. And that's from Mick or Mike Bass. Mick Bass, there you go, Mick Bass. All right, now I know. But you know my confusion there, because, Mike, M-I-C, is Mike in kind of the home recording world. But yeah, Mick Bass here with MME Wagner on Your Music Live.
Kannst du dich freuen? Weißt du, wie das geht? Madame Wagner, Madame Wagner, deine eigene Party, es ist dafür zu spät. Madame Wagner, Madame Wagner, dafür fehlt dir leider der Mut. Dafür machst du's anderen kaputt. Wow, freitagsabends mit Schaum vor dem Mund. Madame Wagner, Madame Wagner, zu viel Spaß ist ungesund. Madame Wagner, Madame dann? Was kommt dann? Was kommt dann? In deinem Herzen, auf was kannst du dich freuen? Weißt du, wie das geht? Madame Wagner, Madame Wagner, deine eigene Party ist erst dafür zu spät. Madame Wagner, Madame Wagner, dafür fehlt dir leider der Mut. Dafür machst du's anderen kaputt. Wow, freitagsabends mit Schaum vor dem Mund. Madame Wagner,
Madame Wagner. Sorry, what did I say? MDME. That's meant to sound like a drug. Madame Wagner. I love it. Too much fun is unhealthy. I just love it. I love the translation of the lyrics. Lie down in the boat to die. That was too much fun. I love it. I love the fact that we've had so much cool music from all parts of the world, all the different genres tonight. It's been amazing. You folks are amazing. No, you're amazing. No, you. All right, very good stuff. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I hope you're all having a happy Thanksgiving weekend and Black Friday weekend and all the rest of it, and Cyber Monday coming up and all that jazz. I don't normally cross promote with things, but I did some shows earlier, and I've got some promotions over at the Gear Guide because I found some cool gear and some of it's still actually on sale. So if you do want to check out any of the Black Friday stuff, jump on over to studiolivetoday.com. That's the wrong one. That one's better. studiolivetoday.com/gear, because I found like the microphone that I love, the Audio-Technica AT2020 is only like $59 at the moment. There's some deals on guitar strings and cables and powered USB hubs and interfaces and mixers and all sorts of gear. So again, I normally don't do the cross-promotion stuff on this show, but because you only got one day left, really, I thought I would throw it out there because there's still some good deals to be had out there for the next day or so. Let's grab our next tune here. This is from Gene Word, aka Word Gene, and they say, I wrote this song about healing from addiction and childhood abuse. Really light topics. My favorite part is at the end. Thank you. It is a track by the name of Papa, and we are going to play it for you live here on Your Music Live. We have some... oh no, we're good. I thought we had technical issues. We're good to go. Done there from Gene Word. What a nice song. Just really, I don't know, just professional and so touching. Just really organic, really beautifully done. And I dig it. I liked it. Thank you for sharing that one, and I hope we hear from you again soon. Just the harmonies there. It sounded, I don't know the artist that I'm trying to think of, but it's a little sort of Tori Amos-y, a little Regina Spektor-y. Yeah, very, very cool stuff indeed. I've just realised, no one called me on it, but I've just realised, you know what we haven't done in the second half? We haven't done our Play My Fire beat part 2. I knew something was missing from this half, so we're going to do it now. The good news is that there's less folks around now, so you've got more of a chance to actually win. So we're just going to have hashtag winning as our keyword here. So we're going to do our second Play My Fire beat, and it's going to be hashtag winning in honor of, Charlie Sheen circa 2012 or whenever that whole thing was, where he came out weird with the wolf blood and the winning and I don't know what's going on with any of that anymore. But if you would like a chance to have one of your songs played right here, right now, today, all you need to do is put hashtag winning in the chat, just like Clayton and Mark and Scott and Gortium have done. And who knows, we may select your song to be played. Not surprisingly, I'm surprised I've actually got through 2 hours and 5 minutes quite well. I'm going to jinx it now, but we've got about 7 or 8 songs to go. And given the fact that I haven't spoken for the last week, basically, it's been good. So thank you everyone, and thank you all. By the way, thank you all for the kind wishes. I haven't sort of gone out there. I'm not a public kind of person where I'm just like, I got COVID. But I did. I've been recovering from that for the last week. And thank you everyone for the kind wishes. For those who knew, those in the Patreon and the inner circle who I let know, you've all been very kind and very considerate and been patient while I got myself well. And now we're back at it, ready to rock and roll. This next track is from ROH, and they say the following: we're a 3-piece collective from the Malay Archipelago, Malaysia, Singapore and Thailand, who are based in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. We'd throw these ideas back and forth online, find a weekend to spend time together in one of our apartments and record it in our bedroom. The song unravels the hypocrisy of zealots and bigots using race and religious sentiments to divide and conquer multiracial societies like ours. Telly refers to the televangelical nature of this hypocritical messaging, while Talbus touches on the deceiving elements that are ruining class continuously, while the ruling class continuously spew out to the masses. Sounds pretty darn cool, yeah? Absolutely. Let's give it a spin. It is Tella Talbus from ROH on Your Music Live.
Percaya kata kami
Absolutely great stuff there. Love it. Love it so much. And look, it's so cool. Like, you hear about these guys getting together and up in Kuala Lumpur and putting this out there. And look, making a protest song like that in somewhere like Australia or the USA, where we have a heap of freedom, a heap of protection, all the whole freedom of speech stuff going on. That's easy to do. Like, we don't have to have any fear with that, but these folks are getting together and creating amazing music and absolutely crushing it. And a banger for sure, and a really cool message as well. Nicely done. Yeah, I believe it was in Malaysian because they in Kuala Lumpur, around Malaysia, Thailand, and what was the other place? Singapore. Yeah, which are all kind of closely knit. They're all separate countries, but all closely geographically located around there. Very cool stuff. Thank you for sharing, and we hope to hear from you again soon. Someone we've heard from before, and we're going to hear from right now. This is Soundfall, and featuring Just Naya. And this is an 80s style synth pop rock song inspired by Stranger Things TV series. Yeah, a little bit of 80s retro vibe going on here. Let's give it a spin. Soundfall with Bitter Coffee on your Music Live. Very cool stuff indeed there from Soundfall, Bitter Coffee featuring Just Naya. Naja? I never quite know when it's a J. I know that she's a member of the Songwriters Anonymous group and a very, very, very cool person. And how like Annie Lennox Eurythmics style was that? Like, I really dug it. Like, very 80s kind of synthy and awesome. Yeah, lovely stuff. Simplicity in itself. Awesome voice, though, and very lovely tune. Quite the jam, indeed. I agree. All right, we are way over time, so I'm going to have to get a move on here. We're going to have to do a little bit of speed playing here, but not before we do what we have to do, which is the next thing. Which is this thing here, the giveaway. We got 13 entrants here, and we've got hashtag winning. So I'm going to sing a little song about winning here, and we're going to see who actually gets an opportunity to have their song played right here, right now. A better late than never with the Play My Fire beat. Who is going to win a chance to have a song played right now on YML 128? Who is going to find on? It is going to be SM Borthwick. We get another song drop. We get a double house Scott goodness. So there you go, SM Borthwick. Getting all choked up. You may jump into your archives and select any song you like to play here today. So I know, don't strain your voice, right? Yeah, that'd be right if I just like start screaming and getting excited, and then I can't do the rest of the week's shows. No, we'll go a little NPR for the rest of it. But yeah, if SM Borthwick, if you would like to let us know which of your songs you would like us to play, we will cue that one up next. And while we wait, let's play this tune here. Parental advisory on this one. They say this is the first song of our upcoming album. It's about a witch that is the household of a very important family. she makes a potion to make her boss fall in love with her. Recorded in GarageBand iOS, iPad Pro, mixed and mastered in Cubase's 3 on iPad Pro. Cool combination. All right, let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is Sandaramati and Potion of Love on Your Music Live.
In love with the man who has powers in hand, wealth and money, his reputation's ahead. People swore upon his name, even his name, Edward the Great. A poor local girl, the household for his wife, doctor loved explorer, forbidden love, for she was a witch, but she had to lie. Her secret was safe, for she would have died. Worship of love, how will make you mine? Before the dawn, before the dawn. Sunset on horizon, the newborn night. Darkness will rule the lands and the skies. Demons will soon gather around to blast the desire of an unwanted child. Silence in her room in the heart of
Wow. How cool is that? Yeah. I love it. Love the production, love the music, obviously, but also love the video. And guess what? You're going to have to go and find out what happens. A little bit Jack Black, wasn't it? Layla. Like just a few of those pronunciations. Very good stuff there from Sandramati. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. I will always try. I will sometimes succeed, but often fail. Righty go. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. Here we go. SM Borthwick has thrown their request over to an old mate of ours, of his and mine, Steve Mara, Clearly Epic and Godzilla 3000. So I know Steve. I normally make sure that we have clearance to play songs, but I know Steve well, and I know that he will not mind me playing this tune because it is a public tune over on his YouTube. And if you don't know Steve, you got to check out his music. So we'll find this one. Clearly Epic, Godzilla 3000. And we'll grab this one and bring it on over. So this is brand new stuff from him. Wow. Okay. Nice one. I didn't realize. I'm like, I don't recognize the name of that track, but I'm going to go and find it and take a listen. So Steve Mara, if you don't know, he is one of the admins of the GarageBand Users Facebook group. Just a really nice guy. He used to co-host GarageBand Weekly with me when it was GarageBand Users Weekly on the Facebook page, which we did 5 years ago. And just a really nice guy, but works his ass off. Family man, works his ass off. Doesn't have a heap of time for creating music, but it looks like he's back and creating new music. So let's take a listen to this one. I'm listening to it for the very first time. This is Steve Mara, aka Clearly Epic, Godzilla 3000 on Your Music Live. man, he's still got it. Steve Mara there, and Godzilla 3000 from his artist name. Clearly epic. Yeah, has not lost his touch. Absolutely. He always makes amazing, amazing stuff. Super cool energy. And yeah, I do miss chatting to Steve more often. I do get to sort of, have the occasional message back and forth here and there and say g'day, but very rarely these days. So maybe we need to get Steve. He's usually a lot quieter between about December, January, around winter time, because he runs a business. He's like a window washer, so he's like works his ass off, especially in the warmer months, and then he usually gets about a month where he can relax and create music over the winter time in the US. So Steve, if you're out there, and hopefully someone sends this to you so you can check it out, then hit me up. Maybe we'll get you on the show for a chat, reminisce about GarageBand, especially since you've got a new track out. All right, we're going to hit our final stretch here because we are running overtime here. We've got ourselves 5 more songs to play here. So let's grab this next one. This one is from more things. Fail Grep, and it's Smertzestiller. They say, I started writing this 12 years ago after my father passed away. It's sometimes the best painkiller to have is to have someone close. Absolutely. So let's play this song, shall we? It is Fail Grep and Smertzestiller on Your Music Live. In that one, yeah, just loved it. I love the different cultures that we're getting in here today. Like, it just goes to show that you don't have to have English, you don't have to understand the words to get the feeling of a song. And that one was very, very cool indeed. Yeah, touching and very pleasant indeed there. So thank you so much for sharing that one. Very, very cool tune. One that I'll be going back to, and I'm sure other folks will be as well. All of the songs that we've played on the show here today are down in the description, and you can check all of those out, including this next one from Head Underwater. They've got a track called Roseblood. They say, have you ever been to a haunted house? Kind of. I'll tell you the story one day. It's very mysterious. But this is Head Underwater and their track Roseblood here on Your Music Live. That's super corny, by which I mean very much like Korn. Yeah, had a real sort of at the drive-in Korn kind of that 90s, early 2000s vibe of the sort of rap metal, grungy just goodness, which I really like. Yeah, I do. There's an example of where using some proper clipping or probably like an actual clipper can actually work well. Like it just works for the type of song. Like if you're doing that in a singer-songwriter song, no way. But yeah, that works really well. So well done there. Thank you, Head Underwater. Thank you for sharing that one. Hopefully we hear more from you in the future. We are at the final countdown, folks. We've only got 3 songs to go, and you know what that means. It's our anti-penultimate tune. And we're going to play our third to last tune. It is, of course, the anti-penultimate tune. This is from Phil. And Phil says, recorded at home back in 2016. It's a sad song, but it's going to be okay. And it is a song called Storyteller from Phil here on Your Music Live, our anti-penultimate song.
Now that you left it all behind, it's not that easy that you've done. We all face our fears 'cause we must. We all hate ourselves in the past, but now we're liars, baby. My God, we're far away from truth. We closed our eyes inside that tomb. Gonna be okay, gonna be alright. We are storytellers now. Gonna be okay, gonna be alright. We are storytellers now. Storyteller now. Wait for it, dare you to move. It's all in your head, not in your heart. Every road leads to the point. Make sure you're walking on yours. So now you let her walk her. You going nowhere and alone inside your dark.
Very cool. I obviously love the sound. I love nothing more than a vocal and an acoustic guitar together. The visuals there are really cool as well. Like, I mean, I'm a bit creeped out by sunflowers, just quietly. Don't ever, if you ever want to impress me, don't ever send me like a giant sunflower. I'll scream and run away. But yeah, very, very cool stuff there from Jimmy. No, Phil. Where did I get Jimmy from? Oh dear. But yeah, nice vocal treatment and very well done on that one. Appreciate it. Taking us on a journey, exactly. And if you want to go and check out that one and all the other songs we played here today, you know where to go, down in the description. It is the penultimate song, the second to last song, and it's from our friends Nova Cascade. We spoke about them earlier because they are who introduced Wayward Waves to this very show, and we heard 2 tracks from Wayward Waves today, which was very cool. They say this is written in tribute to our bandmate who passed away recently and taken from our next album, The Navigator, due in September of 2022. Obviously very sad and sorry for your loss, but this is hopefully a very well received tribute, and it's called Any Minute Now. It's a great tune, and it's Nova Cascade here on Your Music Live.
Any minute now, I said. Just another moment to wait. Where did all the years pass? We're taken before our time. The ties that bind unwind. Move on.
Where did all the years pass? She said, we're taken before our time.
Very cool stuff there. Nova Cascade. Yeah, a little bit David Bowie, a little bit Icehouse, an Australian band. They had an album called Man of Colours that had a lot of those kind of experimental sounds. Yeah, and as Scott says here, very sad inspiration for a song, but it's a lovely tribute. And again, if you want to go and listen to the rest of that track, as well as all the other songs we played here today, do jump down to the description. Fitting, says Mark, buried my older brother today. The song feels good to me. Yeah, apologies, no, condolences. I don't send thoughts and prayers anymore. I send courage and resilience, because I think those are two things that everyone needs at times when things are not going the way that they would choose. But yeah, wish all the courage and all the resilience to everyone out there. We are at the end of the show. I know it was a long one here today. We had some tunes to catch up on. I wanted to make sure that we got through all of the cool music that was on the list here tonight. If we didn't play your song, it's probably still on the list. I do need to do a catch-up show pretty soon, so we'll do one of those before Christmas, probably in the next couple of weeks. We'll do a YML Extra, because it's just getting a little bit overwhelming having all that backlog, so we will get caught up on that. And don't forget, you can submit your songs by using that link there, the QR code. You can just snap a shot of that, snapshot of your screen with your phone, and you'll be able to tap on that and go straight there, or take a photo of it, or just go to studiolivetoday.com/YML. Don't forget to check out our wonderful sponsor, the DistroKid. You can use that QR code, or go to distrokid.com/VIP/Pete Johns, and you'll save yourself 7% off the first year on any DistroKid plan. Let's crack on with our very last tune. This one's a special one. I've saved it for the closer here. It is Peter Mitchell and our friend Tim Osborne. And it's a wonderful song and a wonderful video. Let's read a little bit about it before we play it. They say, this song was written by me just after my father passed away earlier this year, and is a small tribute to all the parents who are no longer with us. As you get older, you understand just how precious life is, and how family members and friends who are no longer here meant so much, even though you sometimes didn't realize it at the time. I believe there is some form of life after death, and those who you knew and loved are living in another dimension. They are with you, they can see you, and they can hear you if you only knew. Peter Mitchell is a musician and music teacher. He's also an accomplished singer, and his voice brings out the emotion in this song. In the Clouds was arranged, produced, and recorded by Mikey Ferbrash at Apocalypse Studios in Guernsey. I was nearly going to get through that. So we got vocals by Peter Mitchell, piano by Tim Osborne, and guitars by Mikey Ferbrash. And this is going to be our ultimate tune here tonight. It is called In the Clouds. Peter Mitchell, Tim Osborne, here on Your Music Live.
There comes a time in your life when the voice to your past fades away. Then you realize you must carry on and be strong for those who remain. You're scared, you're afraid that now you're on your own. But that is life, and that is why they made you stand. back through the years to a time that was safe and secure. Those memories are buried inside to remain forevermore. But looking back, you're sorry now for things you used to say. But that's alright, they realized you were learning to make your way. Your way. Can you see them in the clouds?
Thank you everyone for hanging out here tonight. Thank you to all the amazing artists for contributing your songs. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors DistroKid for keeping the lights on around here each and every week. I'll see you tomorrow on GarageBand Weekly, and of course next week on Your Music Live we'll be doing it all again. As we say every week, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep creating, and I'll see you next time here on Studio Live Today. Bye for now.
Just remember all those things Mom and Dad used to say. Mom and Dad used to say.